Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. We are checking out the latest comeback from ITZY, Motto. Now, looking up online, apparently Motto is tied to their relationship with their fandom, ITZY. The members revealed that they view their fans as their motto, the guiding principle, driving force, and the center of their journey that motivates them. The song itself serves as a thank you letter to the fans, carrying a personal story about finding strength and overcoming anxiety. Very excited about this one, so without further ado, ITZY, Motto, let's go. Oh. Yo, those are different. Are these different concepts? Because this definitely looks like sneakers, right? These are literally potentially different concepts from each of the music videos. This is almost like a retrospective kind of like montage. This is so cool. Yo. Whoa. That's a fucking bed. On the edge of... Whoa, that is so fucking cool. That is creative. Whoa. Whoa.
Ready? Dive in.
That is different. Whoa. Holy shit. Yo, it feels like so many references, right? Holy shit. Ooh. Yo. This is so fucking cool. Like this entire mention being the representation of the driving force, which is ITZY, the fandom, which is their motto for thriving and continuing to go further and keep on holding on. I love like the white on white aesthetic, which almost like reminds you of like those bare face commercial of like showing like the real meat in a way. Like I think like I've seen it with like some cosmetic commercials. Like I've seen it somewhere. It was a while back, but it's like the representation of ITZY being in their most vulnerable, bare face self, bearing themselves, or being bare themselves, almost like um, the most vulnerable me that I can be. With you, I can overcome everything, and showing like their smile when they're in their most vulnerable, because their fans support them through and through. So I was actually looking up Jellyfish and ITZY, and apparently um, there's something with Rujin. 6 months ago, there was a post about her reportedly making her acting debut on an independent film called Night on Earth, and it's set in a chaotic society struggling with the emergence of a mutant mute jellyfish. I don't think that that's the meaning, but jellyfish symbolism. Let's look that up throughout this music video, as we see the girls either touching jellyfish or literally being carried or held on by the jellyfish. So let's see if we can find something of substance with jellyfish. So jellyfish symbolism blends the themes of fluidity, resilience, and vulnerability, which obviously it's kind of like the gist of the entire music video, especially the part about resilience and vulnerability. Because they drift effortlessly and survive in the ocean's depths, they represent going with the flow, trusting the natural rhythm in life, and setting boundaries with hidden strength. There's also vulnerability and authenticity. Their transparent nature symbolizes living truthfully, showing your authentic self to the world, and embracing your emotional depth, which kind of makes me think of something like Imaginary Friend, to be honest, in a way. There's also hidden strength and boundaries. While their bodies are soft and gelatinous, their stinging tentacles are a reminder of self-defense, caution, and the importance of establishing personal boundaries, which I feel like in the idol kind of like culture is something very, very important, as far as like setting those boundaries and them not being afraid to set those boundaries. So maybe there's like a little bit of that in the music video here too. But other than the jellyfish, honestly, like this music video is like one of the most artistic music videos I've seen. Like the set design is really, really cool. Parts of it almost like remind me aesthetically of the movie Grand Budapest Hotel for some reason. I love the fact that as they talk about their motto, which initially, if I didn't read that thing in the intro, I would have thought that the motto is ITZY themselves, like their relationship and their friendship. But if it's for the fans being the motto, the things that keeps them together and making them go forward, keeping them strong and whatnot, as you see the visuals of whether it's hanging on by that jellyfish, whether it's like this shot with Chaeryung, right? Like it's almost like she's not necessarily giving up, even though there's like a giant gap and a flame here that she cannot jump into, but she still has the emotional support, which is almost like provided by this machine that represents Mitzi in a way, that is going to put that shit back together and keep them going. So like metaphorically, it's almost like I'm at the end of my rope, but you give me more of it so I can keep going. There's like this road in this one, which kind of like represents ups and downs in a way. There's this visual, like it kind of like represents a bumpy road that I'll never lose my balance because I got my motto. There's like these shots with Yeji that both symbolize, you have the sun here with Rujin, but you also have like the waves, the water, and you also have the flames. So it's like nothing can burn me, nothing can drown me, or you are the sun that keeps me glowing and keeps me up and not wanting to give up in a way. Maybe there's a representation of that, which obviously there is. There's like the shooting star thing in this one. Don't hesitate with no regrets. You are my only answer. It's like talking about that one person or entity that keeps me going. There's like all kinds of writings on their dresses, their outfits, on their leggings and all that kind of stuff. Here I can see I am the most real. uh, No Doubt, which makes me think of something like Bet On Me, Leave No Doubt in a way. Like, this music video truly did an incredible job. I feel like these sets are like throwbacks to some previous sets from their music videos, but correct me if I'm wrong. The only thing that I'm 100% sure about is the intro, showcasing the different sets, different eras of ITZY music videos. That's 100% in my opinion, but correct me if I'm wrong, of course. But I love like this aesthetic of them being by themselves in these rooms, almost like showcasing the vulnerability with the white aesthetic, the purity. These shots almost like symbolizing some sort of like a bare face kind of like look, being the most vulnerable that I can be, and then showing the smile as they are together, which again made me think of them as a group holding each other strong, but then the motto itself being Midzi as well. They look like superheroes in this shot, looking at the world from the top because you took me to the very top in a way. You make me feel like I'm on top of my game, on top of everything, and you keep me strong. So thank you for that. And then the mansion itself being the motto, it's like you are the foundation of my strength. That's kind of like the representation of the motto and the representation of Midzi within the motto itself. So those are my 2 cents. The song was fucking incredible. Melodic beauty, honestly. Like, this was gorgeous. The pre-chorus is incredible. The chorus is probably one of the most unique choruses that I've heard from ITZY. Most definitely one of the best choruses I've heard from them in like their last 3 or 4 comebacks, even though I've enjoyed all those comebacks, and I enjoyed the fact that ITZY kind of like went a little bit dark in some of their other music videos, the recent comebacks that they've had. But this is absolutely incredible. Like, they really kind of like showcase like a very light and kind of like bubbly, refreshing aesthetic and a musical style that has always fit them, obviously. So this is like no exception, but this truly feels um even sweeter after going to like some darker concepts, or some more mature, not even mature from like a sense of like sensuality, but mature from the sense of, just dark and action packed. So to go to something like this feels incredibly refreshing, and stylistically this was really, really creative. So whoever designed these sets and worked on the music video, the concept itself, did a phenomenal job with this one. So I really enjoyed this music video. Probably top 5, if not at the very least top 10 songs from ITZY of all time for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know what you think about this one. If you enjoyed this reaction, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll catch you all next time. See ya.